Artlist.io.
Okay, so this is Arthur, my 10-year-old Arabian gelding. He hasn't been neglected. Walk, please. Walk, please. Neglected over the last year. As in, he's well fed, obviously. Use some cleanup there. And, is it working? Yeah, it is. Okay. And he's well loved and cared for, but I haven't spent a lot of time training him because they took this place over a year ago, and there just hasn't been a lot of time to do anything but pick up poop, fix things that get broken, feed and clean up after 7 horses now, going on 8 pretty soon, I think. And I've been allowing myself to do that, but I also have been telling myself, whoa, Arthur's your competition horse. What are you doing? He needs you. And then the other night I went to put on his sheet, his pajamas, and I asked him I gave him the signal to yield to me, his hindquarters a bit, so I could have room to button it up, and he pushed back against me. And then I was like, oh, Tiffany, what are you going to do? You're going to fuck up your very best horse because that's the road you're on. And, walk, please. See, he's so sensitive. Just that elevated emotion in my voice made him think he needed to go faster. So this week's Living the Dream is about getting Arthur back into full-time training. And it starts today. And I'm just going to do some groundwork with him and round pen him. Just get to know him again. And then very specifically today, we're going to be working on yielding to pressure. Because a horse that doesn't yield to pressure can become very, very dangerous to themselves and others. And that has always been my credo. Horses must be safe for themselves and others. All right, so we're just going to get going. And trot, please. Super. I don't need that right now. That's not a trot, young man. Thank you. Let's go. Good, and walk. Super. No, really walk, though. Yeah, thank you. Go on. I think it's important to point out that Arthur was my first yearling to raise. He's the first time I thought I knew enough to start my own horse. And I do not regret that decision because I sent him to a trainer at one point thinking that I couldn't get it done myself and I needed an expert's hand. He was, and you'll see when we start working with him a little bit in the bit, that he can be he's just really super sensitive. And it took me a long time to even find a snaffle bit that what's that all about? That little stumble, I didn't like seeing that, but it could be nothing. Let's trot, please. Let's go. Yeah, he looks fine. I thought I needed help. I thought I didn't have nice enough hands. These days I think I have better hands than anybody in the fucking state. Probably beyond. But I just didn't at the time. I was still learning quite a bit at the time. And I thought a master, quote unquote master, could do better than me. And he came so highly recommended. But he ended up really fucking up my horse. He sent me back a horse that was afraid of people and very, very, very anxious. And it turned out that he had ulcers. And I'm not even sure how it would have been, because I think he had the ulcers even before, and walk. I think he had the ulcers even before I sent him away. And he was only gone for 2 months, but because of that 2 months, it took me another 2 years to feel like he was even safe. Like, I really thought he was a dangerous horse. And trainers and mentors I've had in the past would have probably agreed with me on that and told me to put him down or to put him out to pasture and not think of him as a riding horse anymore. He was really bad. He was really anxious and upset. But once I figured out that he had digestive issues, the ulcer stuff, and I was able to start solving for that, he got back to being the horse I thought I raised. And just that thing that happened the other day where he pushed into me when I asked him to move away from pressure. And, like, he didn't hurt me, but it wasn't safe. And if that happened to one of my students or the lady that whose horse I train, who in exchange helps me out around here, I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about it. It should not have happened. And it just reminded me that there's work to be done here. And letting this horse, sit is not helping him out. Arabians, I feel like, purebred Arabians especially, and that's not even, I'm not even going to say it. Actually, I'm not even going to say that. What I'm going to say is there are certain horse personalities that require a lot of focus and attention. You can't just put them away for a few days and then get on them and have a nice trail ride. And I know that. And I pick horses like that because in my heart and soul, that's what I really like. I like a horse who will really bond up with me, that I can train to a high level because they're so sensitive and responsive. You got to do the work, and I haven't been doing the work. So let's see how this week goes. The goal for this week is to be able to work him in all 3 gaits under saddle and feel confident doing that. And we might not even make that goal because I have let this one go to pot. And it's such a waste of a fine riding horse and a great mind and really great. I think he looks just like Kemosabe. That's his grandfather. It might be his great grandfather. Don't quote me on that. But he's definitely from those lines, and it shows all over him. I think he's a little Kemosabe clone. Kemosabe coming back. I don't know because I never met Kemosabe, but it would be nice if any of you have some experience being around Kemosabe. Maybe you could tell me if he shows the same character. He could be Kemosabe reincarnated. I don't know. I just know I love him. We all love him. He's the king of frickin' Camelot. And everybody, and all the horses, and we all treat him like that. Like he inspires that sort of interaction with you, of that he's the king and you're the subject. And he does it with such grace. He's really a sweet, sweet and good horse. But, yeah, anything that's wrong with this horse at this point is my fault. He's nothing, but look how beautiful he is. Look how well-bred he is. He's taller. He's the tallest horse I have. My purebred Arabian is the tallest horse in the barn. I mean, we don't have any warmbloods here, so no warmbreds, no thoroughbreds, but he's still significantly well-sized for a purebred Arabian from his genetics. Bigger than his mommy and his daddy, I'm told, by his breeder. All right. Trot, please. Let's get to work. Enough talking, huh? Yeah. And walk, please. That's very nice. That's a good boy. And trot. Let's go. Good boy. And walk. And trot. So I do those transitions after they warm up a little bit at the walk and the trot. And then I look for that transition where he's really engaging with his hindquarters. And then I'll ask for the canter because I think it just really helps improve the overall canter. And it gets them on their hindquarters and it gets them thinking. And I didn't even have to touch them. Trot. Trot, please. This is his favorite leg, so that went pretty well. We're going to reverse him now and see how well that goes the other way. Go. Good boy. So as you can see, I've done some nice work. I just haven't finished the job. And it should have been finished 4 years ago. Which is why I sent him away. And then he came back broken, so there's the story to that. But still, it's nobody's fault but mine. And walk. That's a good boy. And trot. Super. And walk. Walk, please. And trot. Super. That was nice. Do that one more time, though. And walk. Just to get the responses better. And trot. Yeah. Very nice. Now you can canter. Super. So he holds himself a little bit to the outside on this lead. And that's something I can correct under saddle. But I don't spend a lot of time trying to correct that when I'm like free lunging. Or even when I'm lunging him on a line. I don't spend a lot of time doing that. Yeah, there's something over there that's causing that. Maybe time to groom the arena, Tiffany. Um, I use this time as kind of like some observation. Okay, what's going on? How is this horse naturally choosing to move? And then I'll make decisions to work on specific things in the saddle or on the lunge line or um, on the double lines. Just depends what we're doing. This week it's really just about, I don't care if he tilts his head a little bit to the outside in the left lead canter right now. Right now I just want a horse that will respect me. And a lot of people hate that word, respect. Like there's this new thing. Horses don't know respect and they can't show you respect. And it's carrying on. I forgot to put it in the alarm mode. So I was saying, and we'll see, I might have to redub this. I'm certainly going to have to stitch it together. That I need this horse to start showing me some respect. And then I was talking about how that's a dirty word in horse training these days. But it really isn't. And don't think for 1 minute that horses don't respect it or understand it, whatever you want to call it. Because if you watch them, and I watch my horses out here, I turn them out together every day. They always have a buddy, with some exceptions. There are times when I will put them out alone on purpose for training purposes. But they show each other a lot of respect. And if I'm not getting the same respect from him that he's giving to his stablemates, we got a problem. And it's not that I need him to be my obedient slave. I do not. I love this horse, and he loves me. Come here. He'll do anything I say. He's really obedient, which is the other conundrum. Everything that's wrong, like I said, everything that's wrong with this horse right now is just about me not doing the work. And we're going to change that this week. Hi. So that's probably enough running around. He's listening to my voice aids. He's warmed up. Now we can start working more in hand. And I'm probably not going to do too much to that today. I'm going to work on that one specific thing, and I'm going to let it go. And then I'm going to turn him out with his buddies. Huh. And I almost grabbed his halter, but I don't even need to. Come. I used to say, and this is before I let him go so long, it's not so true anymore, that I only put a halter on Arthur to make other people happy. That he really is just so tuned to me that I don't need a halter to get him to follow me or obey me or do what needs doing in hand. And I believe that used to be very true, and I think it's less true. So this is where we had the problem. That was much better. See, it was super easy to fix. I just needed to tune the guy. Huh. Hi. That was really nice. Can you give me a smoochy poochie? What about my smoochy? Can I get smoochy? Okay. All right. Good. So I'm just lightly. First I'm looking. Good. Yeah, there. That's nicer. I'm looking at him to yield that hindquarter. He knows what that means, and right now that's all I have to do because I tuned him. We'll go take a break and go the other way. Come on. Well, after you scratch yourself, darling. Come on. There we go. I've been a student my whole life of this. My whole adult life, anyway. Oh, good. And I was reading something. Hopefully you guys can see this better. So I'm looking, and he knows what this means. My body language is saying, hey, yield your hindquarters to me. And he's not listening. So I'm going to tap. Yeah, and that was all I had to do this time. And now probably just the look will be good enough. Not quite. Over, please. Yeah, good boy. I know the flies are all over you this morning, baby doll, because you're so sweet. It's their last hurrah, and they know it. Hi, good boy. I don't like them in your eyes at all. Who's the most beautiful horse in the whole world? Gwenny, but after Gwenny? No. Oh, he wants to show you. He wants you to show us. I need to show you our game. that we've been doing since he's a baby. Back. Hey, back. So there's something that needs a little work, huh? Whoa. Oh, there's a bee right next to him. All right, bring me your flag. Yeah, good boy. And yes, I will give you the cookie for that. Good boy. This is his favorite game. Oh, it's our favorite game. There you go. All right. Let's do some work in hand together. I don't even think I really need this flag for this today. This will be plenty. I probably don't even need that. Yeah, good boy. Super. That was really nice. That was really nice. It was. Okay, now this way. Yeah. Ooh, that was really nice, Bugga. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. That was really good. Can you back? Back. Back. See how sensitive he is? Back. Whoa. He just needed to be reminded. He probably pushed up against me to remind me that he'd like some training, please. Fair enough. All right, that was good. Come on. Thumb. Back. You can't mug me for it. Thank you. So you're going to see with this horse some things where you're just like, oh, yeah, that girl that trained him, she a rookie. Because I was. I mean, I wasn't. It was a good, I was ready for that first experience, and I made all those mistakes that you make your first time. So now we fix them. One of them is that I never really showed him a personal boundary. He wants to do some I don't know where my words are today. So much for being a great video commentator. He wants to do some Spanish walk, but I'm going to set that aside today. I think we have basics. If the basics aren't good, I'm not doing any tricks. And right now, our basics are, I mean, that probably looked pretty nice, but I've seen some things this week that I didn't like seeing. I don't know, I'm really tempted to leave it today. Maybe just check in one more time that he would yield his hindquarters to me, which is so important. Yeah, over. Yeah, good. Much better than the other night. Both directions. Whoop. Over. Yeah, that was really nice. I didn't have to touch him at all. Good. Back. Whoa. Okay. Ah. We already did that. Whoa. Whoa. Thank you. That's fine. Yeah, good boy. You're done. That's it. That's all I'm going to do with Arthur today. We'll do more tomorrow. I'm going to work with him every day. So let's see how this week goes.